This is WokeActivist, my tile-bound, vegan eating only, ultimate non-binary iron account. This account will be tile-bound, unlocking one tile with every 1000 total XP. It can only cook and eat vegan-sourced food, plus being an ultimate Ironman, it cannot bank. With the added fact that if any NPC refers to my gender as being male, female, boy, girl, we stop dealing with that NPC. With all of this, our objective is to get into the high-end PVM content and try and kill some of the difficultest bosses in the game, including Jad, Zora, and Vorkath. This is the toughest grind I'll ever have to face in Runescape. Welcome to my journey. Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2, and well, let's get started straight into it. Obviously, we are back to cutting logs. I'll quickly go over what my sort of game plan for this episode. The first episode was quite a long one because, yeah, a lot happened. It was a hell of a grind. Obviously, I think I put about 10, 11 hours into filming it, and obviously editing it took quite a while as well with the intro and stuff. But yeah, we've progressed quite nicely. I think progress is going to be a lot faster now. We're going to be moving a lot faster. And soon we've got some plans in place which is going to speed up this account massively. So, what are my plans? Well, my big plans are to make my way over to this oak log here and this oak tree here. And yeah, that's going to open our account massively. Obviously, cutting them is going to give us even better XP than the current logs. You can also get multiple logs per each oak tree, which is very nice. And we're also going to get more XP for burning them as well. So, yeah, that's going to speed up our account massively. And then, obviously, after that, my big plans are probably to get into Lumbridge Castle. Not too far in, but I just want some sort of backup in case I do die. Obviously, we are an ultimate Ironman, and a good way is obviously dying to juggle our stuff. So it's going to be very handy moving into Lumbridge. I don't know where the death respawn points are, but I can definitely work out like the home teleports and the Lumbridge teleports and make sure all those tiles are covered. If we can make sure all those tiles are covered, then we've got the basics sorted. We've got great ways of making XP. Then we're going to start looking at ways of getting out of Lumbridge, I think. Possibly moving towards Draenor Village could be quite handy. Obviously, getting our hands on some wines, stuff like that, is definitely going to help the account out. Obviously, we can't eat any like fish or stuff like that. So, food-wise, wines is probably going to be our best for a very long time. However, obviously, that does decrease our attack. So we're also going to need to start working on our range. Obviously, we got access to the magic tutor now. I've actually got a little timer set up, as you can see up here. So every 30 minutes, I'm going to be collecting runes. I've already collected a few, as you can see. I've got 57 mined. But the thing that's kind of holding me back is the air runes. Obviously, it only costs 1 air rune. Actually, I thought it cost 3 air runes for some reason. But 1 air rune is not too bad, actually. And yeah, we could start casting some other stuff as well soon, because we are slowly getting up on magic, very close to level 3. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, the account is progressing quite nicely at the moment. And yeah, let's carry on. Okay, so we have hit a big 40,000 milestone and unlocked another tile. Let's dismiss that quickly. But this is a very, very good tile because it does actually give us access to our 3rd tree. So we now have 3 nice trees, and obviously we can also obviously fire make. Oh, fucking went the wrong way then. But yeah, looking very, very good now. Now we should be able to pretty much just go between these 3 trees, maybe cast the odd magic spell on a man, kill the man, go back to the 3 trees, and we're gonna have very, very easy, consistent XP now. So yeah, looking very, very good for the account. And we are slowly working our way towards those oak trees as well, which is very, very nice. So, yeah, all in all, looking very, very good. Okay, so we are unlocking another square. I think we are roughly... Don't think I can get it from here. Let's have a quick look. No, right, so we can't get it from here, but 1 more tile, and we've got our first oak tree, which is going to be absolutely awesome. Okay, so we have hit 48k. And then we should be able to unlock 1 more tile. I don't know if I can go 1 tile in and then touch it. I don't want to risk it. Oh, actually, to be honest, we're going to need to go this way anyway for the other tree. So we'll go 1 tile there. All right, hopefully we can touch it from here. Yes, we can. Thank God for that. But this is going to be a very, very good source of, obviously, logs. I might have to start looking at sorting out my inventory a bit. Obviously, we've got some sapphires. It's pretty much no use to us whatsoever, so we might as well drop that. Drop the ruby. The bucket, not really that handy. I'm going to keep hold of the pot for now and the grain. I got those, I think the pot I started with, the grain I got from a imp, I believe. The beginner clue scroll, to be honest, I'm going to drop that as well. Kind of hurts me a little bit because it's definitely doable. That I think it was to do something up in Drain also. We could definitely get there. And that tree has already come to an end. But we got some decent XP from that. And we get 60 XP as well. And yeah, that is nice. And to be honest, it didn't even take that long for the tree to come back. So yeah, this is definitely going to speed up things a hell of a lot. But yeah, I think at the moment the plan is we're going to move over, maybe go a little bit diagonal, go towards that oak tree up there, and we are going to be looking very, very good then. Okay, so we have just come up to about 54,000 XP, just over, which is good, and that means we can unlock, which I believe should be the last square to get access to the oak tree. So if we mark one more tile like that, that should be access. Beautiful stuff. Sandwich lady, what is she going to offer me? A bread roll. A bread roll we can actually eat. That is something we can eat. So definitely going to keep hold of that. So yeah, that can go next to our singular 1 HP healing cabbage we have there, which is probably not going to do anything for us. But still we can keep hold of it for now, which is good. And yeah, this is pretty nice now. So now we've got access to 2 oak trees. We've got access to, well, to be honest, I probably won't be using the other trees again now. Oak trees are pretty good. We've actually got quite a few woodcutting levels as well. We are actually getting close to 30 woodcutting. Now, with 30 woodcutting, obviously you can cut willows. There is some willow trees, I believe, by the river. Probably quite close to my other tree. I think there's one there, roughly, which is very close to the other tree. So that might be worth going for. Although saying that, we have still got a bronze. We've still got a bronze axe at the moment, which isn't the best for cutting them. These are slow enough as it is. I thought cutting oak trees was going to be a bit faster than this. So it's probably not worth going straight onto willows with 30. Okay, so my next plan is to we're going to move our way into Lumbridge. And then I think like there's like a teleport spot over there. I'm just going to basically do a load of teleports on my main, and then just mark all of his tiles, and then work our way into them so they all combine. And then at least we're going to be pretty safe then, covered the basics. After that, I'm sort of thinking maybe make our way towards getting a better axe. Obviously, if we go towards Bob, who is in one of these buildings over here, not too far. Obviously, we can get ourselves a steel axe, which is definitely going to be a massive improvement over the bronze one. So yeah, that's my current plan, and I'll tie in with you in a minute. So as you can see, I am using my main at the moment. I'm teleporting around in Lumbridge, and I'm just trying to clear all the squares. We've got one more square to put up, and that is a new square there that he's landed on. So let's carefully mark this from the one side. To be honest, I probably would be better just trying to get a little bit closer to these first, but that is another tile to mark, and tile marked. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Now, I don't know if I've actually marked that tile next to him as well, but obviously I've marked all the tiles around it. So it looks like I've marked that tile, but I don't think I actually have, no. So I've got to be careful when I'm doing these, like this, that I actually have marked the tile. Okay, so what I have been doing recently is obviously every single 1000 XP I get, I then go and unlock a tile. That is becoming a little bit awkward now, because obviously I'm at one end of my massive long path, and then I have to run all the way to the other end of the path, unlock a tile, and then I run all the way back. And now it honestly doesn't take me that long to get every 1000 XP. So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe saving up like 5 tiles at a time and then going back and then using them. Only because, well, I'm still unlocking a tile per 1000, I'm just sort of storing them in the bank. And that sort of thing might help me as well later on, especially when we want to do things like, I don't know, JAD and stuff like that. You're going to want a nice amount of tiles saved up so you can move a little bit freely and pick your squares when you're actually in there, rather than go in there, pick a square, go out, get 1000 XP, go in there, pick a square. It just doesn't seem to really make much sense. So yeah, honestly, so that's our first 1000. So what I'll do is I'll just make a note of how many tiles. Obviously, I've started at 70,000, so whatever I'm up to, 1000-wise, that's how many tiles I've got. But yeah, I think that's the best way to do it for me now. Okay, so we have 5 tiles saved up. I'm going to try and get a couple tiles closer, so that's 1, 2. So we're a little bit closer now. Might be able to spot a little bit better where my main is. So he's there, so that's 1 tile, so that's 3 tiles. Fuck. I've lost count. Oh shit, I lost count. I'm pretty sure that's 3 tiles. I'm going to have to bloody stop the recording and double check this now. Okay, so after that fiasco, I'm on 3. So what we're going to do is do a couple more teleports on my main and then hope he lands on one of the other tiles. There we go, and that is another tile we haven't got. So we will mark that one. So then basically we're going to try and join this up. And then we've got a very, very good base and somewhere we can always come back to, obviously with the home teleport. So, yeah, looking very, very good. Looks like we've probably got about 5 more to unlock. And then we're going to start making our way over to Bob and his axes. Get ourselves a slightly better axe. Speed up this XP even more. And we are going to be looking very, very good. Okay, so we have another 5,000 XP, another 5 tiles. I think this might just be enough to join this up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so close. So close yet so far. Alright, so we've got literally 1,000 XP, and then we should be all good, joined up. And then I don't know if there's any other teleports. I'm pretty sure I covered it all. So, yeah, we are looking very, very good now. So let's get this extra 1,000 XP and join it all up, and then we can test it out. We have 2,000 more XP, and it's time to test out the home teleport. See if this plan works. Oh, hang on. Let's stop cutting wood for a second. So let's see if this works. Obviously, I got an extra 1,000 for the tile, and then 1,000 just in case we land on a different tile. I also decided to bring a few oak logs. It shouldn't take too long to get 3 tiles, basically, so we should be safe. And we have landed on a nice tile that's already been marked, which is perfect. We can then join this up, mark tile, beautiful. And then we still have a tile left over, so yeah, looks pretty good to me. And yeah, we've got a very good foundation now. I'm pretty sure if you die, you also go in one of these areas, so we should be good as well for our Iron Man or Ultimate Iron Man deaths now, which is going to be very, very nice. The only other thing now to do is start moving towards our Bob's axes. So obviously we can use a diagonal tile to get a little bit further faster, so that is nice. And our first tile towards Bob's axe. Okay, so we have another 5 tiles unlocked, and if I carefully make my way around this obstacle course, let's add them on, and we're going to be getting very, very close now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles, and to be honest, we're not that much closer. We've probably got halfway there, but we've literally just got to get there to Bob, and we're going to get a nice axe upgrade, which is going to be awesome. So yeah, nice stuff. Okay, so we've just done a random event, and we've got our book of knowledge, which is quite nice, so we can actually get a little bit of XP. And to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what to put in. I'm thinking maybe prayer, because prayer is going to be a very difficult one for me to get up. So if we put it into that, we actually get quite a nice chunk of prayer XP, and that gives us a level as well, which is quite nice. There we go, we have unlocked another tile. If I actually click the right one, there we go. And we are literally at the entrance to the door. Super, super close. 1 more tile, 2 more tiles, and we'll be firmly in the shop. And then hopefully we can trade Bob, which would be awesome, because then we can get our... Well, to be honest, it's going to be a very, very big upgrade. Getting 2 axes above, obviously, we've got a bronze one. We're going to be going to past the iron, up to a steel. Should be quite a nice upgrade for us. Considering that's how we're getting most of our XP at the moment, that will be very, very nice. So, yeah, looking good at the moment. Total XP, 97,000. So, yeah, we're going very well. Okay, so we have got super lucky here. No! Oh, my God. Oh, no. I was just about to say we got super lucky, and he was stood right next to the door just as we got there. But we're actually unlocking a tile anyway, so we've got one tile now inside of his house, which is cool. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't quite speak to him now because he's the other side of the room, which is not good. Oh, is he coming over? Oh, it might do. He's actually right next to me. Perfect, absolutely perfect. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to sell one of our bronze axe, because obviously we're not going to need that anymore. And I believe it's like, how much is this? If we value it, 200 coins. So we might as well buy one of them. And do you know what? A battle axe would definitely be an upgrade over our bronze sword. So how much is a... Oh, yeah, well, we definitely can't afford the mithril. But can we get a steel? We can get a steel battle axe, which is definitely going to be better than our current bronze short sword or long sword or whatever the hell we've got. So we've actually got a couple upgrades now, which is quite nice. So obviously this battle axe is a bit of a slower weapon. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, it's added a lot of melee strength. That's got to be a lot better than the bronze sword. Oh, it's not even like a long sword. It's just a normal sword. So if we drop that, and we've also got a nice upgrade as the steel axe. So a couple upgrades then, which I wasn't really expecting. So I think next up, I think I want to start aiming to get some quests done. Now, obviously, Cook's Assistant is a very close quest, which you could probably start. And that could be quite beneficial for our account. Obviously, being vegan, one of our best sources of food is probably going to be making bread. Now, obviously, getting the flour is probably going to be our biggest issue. So, unlocking that as part of the quest line probably would help us quite a bit. Another thing, actually, I'm just thinking of, obviously, we've got the upgraded axe now. We could go for the willow tree, which is obviously going to give us slightly more XP and slightly more, obviously, when we're burning the logs. So that's another good option too. I think my plan is now, I've just come up with, we're going to go for the willow tree first. We'll unlock the willow tree. I'm guessing it's going to be around about 6 tiles to unlock that. And then we're going to go for the Cook's Assistant. We're going to work our way into the castle, start Cook's Assistant, and then work towards that, because that's going to actually help us a lot as well with, obviously, making bread and things like that. So, yeah, first we're going to get the willow tree unlocked, which is going to be another very good upgrade for the account. And then we're going to start our very first quest. Hopefully, I don't know if this is even going to play a thing into it at all, but this non-binary aspect, if he calls me, like, girl or woman or anything like that, that could be an issue. So, I don't know if that even... I don't know if that's even a thing in any of the quests. But if it comes up, then obviously it's gonna it's gonna make it a lot harder. And that should be 104,000 XP, which means we should, I think, if we mark this tile here, be able to cut down the willow tree. Awesome stuff. So how much XP do we get with this bad boy? It's a little bit slower than I was expecting, which isn't the best. But there we go, 67 XP cutting. Let's see how much we get for burning the logs. Burning the logs, we get 90 XP. Wow, now that is some very, very good XP there. So that is quite a handy thing to have hold of there. Now, obviously, we've got a very nice tree selection. We've got the oak trees at the top there. We've got our first willow tree. I mean, we could go for this willow tree over here. However, I honestly don't think it's probably not worth it. I think the best thing to do now is start working our way into Lumbridge Castle, starting the Cook's Assistant quest, and then getting started on that. Okay, so I've actually managed to get myself a clue scroll, which was to talk to Hans, so I might just be able to get to talk to him now, which is awesome. So if we talk to Hans now, well done, we have another clue scroll. So what's step 2? Is it anything good? Alcarid Skirt Shop. Okay, well I haven't actually got any plans to go to Alcarid just yet, so I'm probably going to have to drop that. It's probably not worth the beginner clue scrolls are pretty shit anyway, to be honest, so we'll drop that, I think, unfortunately. But progress so far, we're doing quite well. We're moving quite nicely into Lumbridge Castle, and we've probably got another, like, 10, maybe 10 tiles. It's quite nice probably to get to the cooking range as well. I'm a little bit worried about the quest, I'm not going to lie. If he refers to me, I don't know if this is even going to be a thing, if they're going to refer to me as male or female, but I must admit, I'm very, very, very worried. So, yeah, we'll watch out for that, obviously, when I do the quest, if I get there, because bloody hell, this is taking so long. I've actually switched to willow trees, and the willow trees are absolutely awesome. The XP is absolutely insane, and level-wise, we're looking pretty good as well now. Obviously, we got like 39 wood cutting, also 43 fire making. The fire making XP is absolutely insane. Okay, so we've actually unlocked a couple of tiles now in the kitchen, and he has just come close enough to talk to me, so we can actually start the first quest of the account. Now I'm going to have to be very, very careful and actually read the dialogues to make sure he doesn't refer to me as man or female. Okay, so the quest, Cook's Assistant, has been started. So, yeah, this is going to be a very... considering how usually this quest takes about 2 minutes, this quest is going to be a massive grind for us. But it's something that we're going to have to do. It's going to get us our very first quest point, which is going to be awesome. So, yeah, a long, long way to go. I think the first plan is to deal with the grain. Luckily, we actually got a grain from one of the imps, but we're obviously going to have to now work our way and then grind this down. I think the best route is probably from around about here. We're going to want to create a straight line all the way down this path. And then luckily we don't actually need to get any of the grain, so we can go straight into the windmill, grind up our stuff, get our flour. Then we're going to have to work all the way around, get our milk. Luckily we've already got a bucket. We've got a bucket of water, which I think that was from an imp. So we just drop that. Well, not drop it, but empty the water, get the milk. And then obviously we only have to go a little bit further up to get ourselves an egg. So all in all, not too bad. Not too bad. It's going to be a lot of tiles. I'm estimating it's probably going to be about 40, 50k XP, which is definitely a lot for this account. Let's collect some more runes while I'm here. We're actually looking very nice on the runes. We've got like 400 mine runes, 391 air runes. Yeah, we've got plenty of runes. That's just because we've spent so long in this little area. But yeah, all in all, the account is looking awesome now. I think we're going to look at doing the Cook's Assistant quest next episode. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. But for now, obviously we're going to end it with 126,000. So 126 tiles have been unlocked. We've got some great foundation now. We can obviously teleport back to Lumbridge. We can also die and get back to Lumbridge. I'm pretty sure we're all safe there. And yeah, we're starting to unlock the... starting to unlock a good area. Obviously, loads of runes, and also our skills are looking pretty decent as well now. Obviously, 22 attack, 25 strength, 20 defense, 24 hit points. Hasn't really changed a lot. I've killed a few things here and there. The prayer level came from the random event. And obviously, the big things we've been working on this episode, obviously we got 40 wood cutting and 44 fire making. So yeah, the account is progressing. It's progressing nicely, I'd say. It's definitely getting there very, very slowly. But yeah, next episode, we're going to start doing our very first quest, which is going to be awesome to get off the bat. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time. Peace out.